Hello, I'm pleased to tell you about use of MySQL to create databases. We will use a command user interface. So in this short video, I will show you how to create databases, how to create tables, how to insert values in tables, how to fetch values from a table, and how to edit values located in tables. I will also show you how to change the structure of a table. We will see how to add new columns, how to edit a name of a column, how to delete a column from a table. The first thing that you have to do is to install EasyPHP software, and you have to make sure that you open it and it is running. So when it is running, you will see this red button blinking here in notification area. So then we open MS-DOS. We're going to use the command user interface. So first of all, we enter in root. So we open program files. So this is x86, meaning 32-bit programs. So once located in bin, we are now going to call the MySQL server. Here the password, you don't enter anything, you again press enter. So as you can see, we are right now located in MySQL server. So with MySQL server, we are able to create databases. First of all, let us see how many databases are there. So I have added a semicolon here. Why? Because when you read this message, it says commands end with semicolon or \G. So you have to make sure that you end your commands with either semicolon or \G. So when I hit enter from this interface, I will see various databases located on this server. Let's say I enter in this database called schools. I use the command euse schools. So as you can see, the database changed. So let me show you how to show tables located in this database. You use the command show tables. So we have only one table. Let us see the structure of this table, how it looks like. So we use the command describe, then the name of the table. So this is the table located in the schools database. It has got 4 columns. One is called reg number, first name, elo name, and the age. So let us start from scratch and create our database. Then we will create tables inside that database. Let's get started. Let's say we create a database called university. Courage. So this is the database that we created, which is called the Courage. Now let us show how many tables are there. Show tables. So we first have to use the command use courage. As you can see, the database has changed. So let us show the tables. It is still empty. There are no tables yet in this database. So we create our first table. Create a table, students. Here we are going to define the columns of this table called the students. Let's say the first column is called the reg number. It will be an integer value. The first name will be a character of 29 characters maximum. Last name, it will also be a character, let's say of 44 characters maximum, and the age, let's say age is tiny integer. Then we add a semicolon at the end. So when you have query OK, it means that the command has worked. In case there is something wrong, you will have a message that is showing an error. So let's now show the tables. As you can see now, the table is created already and it is located in the college database. So let us show the structure of this table. It is describe students. So this is the table that we created. You can also add or use another command which is not quite different from this one, describe students. Show fields from students. As you can see, this command show fields from students gives you the same result as describe students. So let us see now how we can add data inside this students table. We use the command insert into students values. So reg number is an integer value. Let's say reg number here is 234, comma. The first name is a character. Made of text and so on, so it is to be delimited with double quotes, as you see. Let's say the student is called Andrew. And the student is aged, let's say 21. So we have to end the command with \G. So when the query is okay, it means one row has been affected. So we add a new student. Here we don't have to rewrite the command from scratch. We press the up arrow from the keyboard to show the previous command. So from this screen you can edit the names and you enter other names. Let's say the student, she's called Greya, and Mujeni, she's aged 23. So when I hit enter, again another row is affected. Now let us check if our values are already inside a students table. The command to use is show star means or. So not show but select or from students. As you can see, the two students are already inside the table students. Let us add a third student called, let's say the student is called Ferdinand. The last name, let's say Ngabo, and the student is aged 20. So when you again select all from students, you will see that the student named Ferdinand Ngabo is now aged 20. Of course, here reg number of Claire and Ferdinand, they are the same. So I did it intentionally. So let us edit the age of Ferdinand and make it something different. So we use the command update, then the table name is students, set reg nr, meaning reg number, equal let's say 310, where element name equal Ngabo. So the query is okay. Let us again show results from the student table. As you can see, the reg number for Ferdinand is now updated. This is how you actually edit values in your table. Let us add a third student called Albert. Reg number is 84. The last name is Ngoga, and the student is aged 25. So when we select again all from students, you can see that Ngoga Albert is now added in the table. So let's see how we can use conditions with the select all from, then the table name, to show information that fulfill a given criteria provided in the command. Let's say we write select all from students, where age is between, let's say the student whose age is between 19 and 24. So age between 19 and 24. So as you can see, Albert Ngoga is not part of these students with such a condition. Let us again select all from students, where we are now going to use between with the text. Here we have used it with a numeric value, age, exactly. Now, where f name between, for text values you delimit them with the code. Let's say between A and D. So you see that students whose F name starts with A and C, they are the ones that are displayed. Let's change our command like between A and see the result. As you can see, when we provide the command A and C, only students whose first name start with A are the ones that are displayed. Why? Because when we use between, it will only consider letters starting from this A up to letters precede C. So A, B, C will not be considered. C will be excluded. If you want students with first name starting with C to be displayed, so you will have to include here D. Let us again select with another condition. Where, let's say, F name like. We are now going to use this like. So we'll see how to use like with percentage predicate and with underscore predicate. So we start with percentage predicate, where F name like, then A like this. So when you write where F name like A percentage, you mean that all the students with the first name starting with A. So these students are Andrew and Albert. As you can see, they all start with A letter. Let us change this predicate percentage. We use underscore. Let's say you want a list of students whose first names start with A, L, and B. A, L, and B. Then you put the first underscore, the second underscore, the third underscore. When you hit enter, you will see that only one student is displayed. Why? Because this underscore replaces one character. So when you provide underscores 3 times, you mean A, L, B, then 3 characters at the end L, B, which are here in this case E, R, T. So the name is Albert. You can also use select all from students. Here we don't use select, or we can specify maybe F name, comma, L name from students, where we leave it. We don't need the conditions. So when you hit enter, you will be provided with the results with only 2 columns specified after select. Select the first name, the last name from the table called students. You can also, use select with other keywords. Let's say select. Select reg number, F name, L name from students. As you can see, the 3 fields or columns listed after select, they are the ones displayed. Now let's say select or, not or, select min h as minimum, max h as maximum, okay. AVG, which means average, age as average. Sum age as total from students. So what does this command do? When you write select min, min means the function for minimum. The student with race age will be got using min age. Then as minimum, minimum means here the column which will be displayed in the result. Max means meaning the student with a big age. So here the command, not the command, the column will be called maximum. Then AVG is the function for average. The average will be displayed under this column name. Then sum means the total of age for all the students will be displayed as total, then from the table called students. So you press enter to run. You will see that the student with minimum age is 20. The student who has got big age is aged 25. The average of age is 22.25. The total of ages for all the 4 students is 89. This is how you actually create tables, how you insert values in the tables, how you also edit values from tables. Let's again show tables. As you can see so far, we only have a single table called the students. Let's create another table called maybe modules, with the first column called the serial number. It is integer value. Module code, let's say it is called no, it is having character data type. It will have 22 maximum characters. Module title, it is also a character value of let's say 90 characters. So the table has been created. Let us again show tables. So the table modules is created. Do you remember the command which shows the structure of a table? Think about it. Yeah, it is show then the table name, sorry, it is describe, then the table name. As you can see, our table that we created has got 3 fields, and their type, they are displayed in the type column. So we insert one value in this module table. So it is modules table. Values, let's say the serial number is 23. The module code is CSC2143. we have to delimit always text with double quote. Here it is, maybe introduction. The module title is Introduction to Databases and Internet Programming. This is the module name or title. So when you hit enter, you will see that one row has been affected, meaning that the command is now okay. So let us show data from modules table to see if what we entered have been recorded inside the modules table. As you can see, they are entered inside this modules table. We add a new module which is called Introduction to Information Technology. Let's say the code of the module is CSC11441, and maybe the serial number here is 1. So I hit enter. I again show immediately. You will see that this row also has been inserted inside the table. Let me now show you how you can change the structure of a table. By structure, I mean how you can add a new column, how you can edit a name of a column, how you can delete a column from a table, how you can change the name of a table, how you can even delete a table entirely. So let's get again started. Let us remind ourselves the names of the tables we already have. So let us rename this table called the modules. So arita table modules, then rename. This arita table, when used with the rename, it will rename your table with a different name. Rename, then maybe we call it time table, like this. So this is the old name of our table. As you see, this is the new name. So query OK. Let us show tables again. As you see, now the table which was called modules is now called timetable. Let us now change the structure of student table. First of all, we remind ourselves how this structure of students table is like. So as you remember, we use the command show fields from students. So reg number, F name, L name, and age. So we are going to edit these two columns. So we call them first name in full and last name in full. We use the command arita table, then the name of the table, then change arita table students, change F name. This is the old name. Then we follow it with the last name, sorry, the new name, which is first name in full. Then the data type. The data type here, we can also change it by adding characters or by, leaving them as they are. As you see, they were 29. Now they are also 29. So arita table students, change and so on. So I hit enter. You see that four rows have been affected. Let me show again, show fields from tables. You see that the column which was called F name, it is now called first name, which is the name that we provided. We again add a table students, and we call this hello name last name. Add table students, change. Change means editing the column name. So here we call it hello name, and there we call it last name. The number of characters for hello name, they are 44. So when we hit enter, you will see that the command has worked. Query OK. We again show fields from students. You see that it is now called hello name. The column which was called hello name, it is now called last name, which is okay. So as you have seen, change is used to edit the name of a column. Let's see now how we can add a new column. As you see, we now have 4 columns. Let's add a 5th column. We again use editor students. Here change, we use add. Instead of using change, we use add. Then the name of the new column. Let's say module code is the column that is being added. The character is maybe 11 maximum. We again show fields from students. You see that the column called the module code has been added. Let us show the values from students. The module code, as it has been added newly, it is now empty. As you see, it is still null. So after adding a new column, let's see now how you can delete a column from a table. We again use editor table students. Instead of using add, we use drop. Then the name of the column. Let's say we delete the column called the age. But after column, we use editor table students, drop column, then the name of the column to be deleted. So we again show the structure of students table. As you see, the column which was called the age has gone. Why? Because it has been deleted. Finally, let's see how we can delete a table entirely. If you don't need a table anymore, you can delete it. So we delete. Do you remember how many tables do we have? Show tables. One is called students, another one is called time table. So we use drop table, then time table, like this. Query OK, meaning the table has gone. Show tables. As you see, students table is the only one remaining. Why? Because timetable table has been deleted. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video.